Hello, everyone. This is a decline invite, short notice. This could have been an email, but we're going to talk about it anyways. I'm Ryan Drumheller, the extroverted IT leader. We spend a lot of time building resumes, adding certifications, degrees, experience, trying to position ourselves on paper. But when things actually change, when the roles end and the opportunities show up, your resume isn't what moves things forward. Your network is. So I learned this firsthand when my role was eliminated. We can have the experience, the certifications, the background, but what actually matters is who you know, who trusts you, and who's willing to open a door because they've seen how you actually show up. So let's be real. Resumes do matter. They get you in the actual system, but they don't actually get you the opportunity. People do. The hiring managers, leaders, peers, they don't just want to see you. They want to see what you've done. They want to know who you are, how you think, how you lead, how you show up under pressure. And that doesn't come from a resume. It comes from relationships. So a lot of people think a network is connections and followers, numbers. It's not. A real network is people who would take your call, people who would actually go out of their way to recommend you, the people who would put your name next to theirs. And it doesn't come from just sending connection requests on LinkedIn. It comes from showing up and helping people, adding value and being consistent. And that's how trust is built. When my role ended, it's kind of funny, like on my particular script I made, it says I didn't go into panic mode. Oh, I did. But I did learn leading into my network and seeing what was happening, what was showing up. I actually learned a valuable lesson instead of the stuff that I have for my notes here, that's written down in the notes. It's what I should have done. But what I actually did is I learned a valuable lesson. I kind of took my eye off the ball for a minute. I was doing a lot of personal projects, and I was fixing up two houses at once, trying to sell a house, building a whole garage that I was converting to office space, and some of my hobbies. I had a lot of excuses, but at the same time, I wasn't being that active on LinkedIn. I wasn't being that active outside of the individuals I was seeing day to day. And I learned that a little bit the hard way, as I thought maybe things would be fine. The last time I was in the market, I had like 20 interviews in a month. I had 5 in one day when I just sat in a suit all day and interviewed. I got my selection of choices, and everything worked out. From ending one job to another was 35 days. It wasn't a concern at all. This time around, I learned a valuable lesson, as in I wasn't networking and making enough connections and making sure that people knew who I was. And that was a big mistake, because at the end of the day, I was left to do what I'm sure a lot of other individuals are doing right now, is just blindly throwing in resumes everywhere and hoping that what I thought was good enough, achievements on paper, right? Like, who's got a resume will stack against mine that will win out, not realizing that everything had taken a turn. Obviously, we can, go into the economy and the market and stuff, but places aren't necessarily looking for top dollar talent. And if they are, they're going off those recommendations that I'm referring to, and that connection that I didn't necessarily have the strongest of at the time. So before going into it, I think this is a great time to take our sponsored break. Hello, everyone. Ryan here from Stellarhorn. Let me take a quick second to talk to you about something I see all the time. Most businesses don't actually have a technology problem. They have a leadership problem. They've got systems, tools, even teams in place, but no clear direction, no strategy, and no one connecting technology to the business. That's exactly why I built Stellarhorn Group. I help organizations through fractional CIO leadership, advisory, and project-based work, bringing executive-level technology leadership without the full-time CIO cost. Whether it's strategy, cybersecurity, AI governance, or leading critical initiatives, it's about helping you make better decisions, reduce risk, and actually move forward with confidence. If that sounds like something your organization is dealing with, please reach out. Let's have a conversation. Stellarhorn Group, rare leadership, real results. Technology leadership without the full-time CIO cost. And now that we're back from break, one of the things I actually learned was I had a ton of connections, everything that I was referencing beforehand, but what I wasn't doing was actually speaking with these people. What are your challenges? What can I do for you? And a lot of people were very kind to teach me a lot of things along the way, have conversations with me, eventually start this podcast. And a lot of them came on here to lead their wisdom to me and the listeners, and we had a lot of conversations as well that weren't captured on camera. But truly learned that the one thing that I know I do extremely well, the extroverted IT leader and all, I didn't actually show up and do. So it was a lesson to be learned. So if you're kind of listening to this and you're thinking, I don't have that kind of network either, uh, you know, and I will say, okay, but you can build it. And here's some of the advice. You just need to start. The hardest thing to ever do in anything is just to start. And once you get going, you'll figure it out. You'll speak to people, you'll get advice, and you'll work along the way. A big thing is just being consistent and not trying to be transactional. Go into any kind of relationship building with what can they do for me. That is already the wrong move. Just go into it thinking, today I'm going to help somebody, I'm going to have a great conversation, and eventually you put enough of those out there into the actual world atmosphere, whatever you want to call it, ether, it will lead to doors being open and good things will happen. It may take time, but great things weren't built overnight either. Typically, you just have to continue to stay in touch. Just be human at the end of the day. I find myself scrolling on LinkedIn, and it's a horrible place right now for the most part. There's a lot of doom and gloom from a lot of folks, but I end up commenting on a lot of these threads, just trying to offer what I see from what I can tell from afar. I just messaged a particular individual on LinkedIn that I thought was doing something amazing in the AI space. Their role was eliminated. They went through the doom and gloom, and now they're kind of like fighting back and doing something really cool with it. And I just let that particular person know that I really enjoyed reading that. I'm glad that you put that out there. It's a hard thing to do. I'm really glad that you're headed down the path that you should be headed down, and it's a hard thing to do. But I can't wait to see the stories come out of what you're doing with AI. I hope it leads to a lot of success. And that's just something I put out there is no expectations. I just wanted to truly go, hey, I had actually enjoyed reading this. Here you go. And before you know it, the more things you do like that out there, you make those meaningful connections. And then if you find like minded things along the line, you can start having more deeper conversations at the end of the day. Maybe you are then working on mini projects. Maybe you are working together. Maybe you become a referral. Maybe you become more. Maybe you become friends. A lot of my podcast shows I do right now are truly for helping others. Yeah, it does help me, getting some content out there, obviously, so people can see me, how I speak, and how I interact with others. But I always tell the individuals that I'm having on as guests that I really enjoyed the conversation that I have with them. I always friend them if I can as a connection on LinkedIn. And after that, I always say it would be wonderful if we turned into more. No expectations or whatever, but man, if I gained friends out of that, what a world. I mean, that's the world that I want to live in at the end of the day. So I think it's a hard thing to do, especially if you're going through what a lot of people are going through right now, and you're trying to put food on the table. And I get that it's a tough and challenging thing. But if you don't start, you'll never get there, and you might find that it might help right now. It's not monetary. It might not bring you to your next opportunity at all, or right now, or whatever, but it will pay off one day. And at the same time, just getting yourself marketable out there. Again, LinkedIn is your free marketing platform. It's the gateway for people to see who you are before they actually meet you and speak with you. And if you can stack up a bunch of recommendations, they can see everything that you're posting and they can just see the goodwill that you're putting out there. That says a lot, especially if you're going to interview for these places and they also look you up and they look at your traction and they see what you're doing. Speaking negatively and bad out into the world, not going to help. You'd be better to say nothing than to put the negativity out there. And by all means, I get it. It's a negative time frame right now. I went through some rough periods mentally thinking through some things, and then going through a couple rough gigs didn't do me any favors, but I survived and came out the other side. And I think that's an important thing. Uh, to know that like I'm still out there trying, I'm still out there doing, and now I'm taking on a completely new challenge. Nobody's handing me a check. I've got to go help businesses. I've got to go earn it. I've got to actually provide the value that I'm saying that I'm doing. So there is no safety net in that regard. So if you're not putting out good into the world and making those connections, then yeah, you are just competing against all these other individuals who are submitting resumes just like you. And it's going to be a hard thing to win. And I'd like to see you in a different time and a different light be able to not be in that kind of competing space. Because the best thing is when you got places calling you and asking what it would take to bring you aboard and bring you over there because they know you, they've seen your recommendations, they have seen the content you put out there, they just see all the connections that you've made along the way. And again, it starts with now. You just start doing things with no expectations other than you feel better every day. And I guarantee you, you will meet people along the way, and there will be people that will help you, whether it's just a conversation so that you can get the venting out or opening doors, collaborations, or more. I promise you, there are tons of individuals. I can tell you now that even in the last year, I didn't know, but now I do, and we speak regularly. And I'm on their content a lot. They're on my content a lot. We're back and forth, and I feel like there's a lot more opportunity for me out there today than there was even when I was at a corporate level job working at those situations because I had made the effort. So, your resume might not get you noticed, but your network is what gets you trusted. And in today's world, trust is what creates the actual opportunity. So this has been Decline Invite Short Notice. I'm Ryan Drumheller, the extroverted IT leader, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.